Welcome to the Everyday Conversion Podcast, the only 5-day-a-week podcast helping faithful members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints have and foster daily gospel discussions with their families based on the Come Follow Me curriculum. I'm your host, Mark Seavercrop, and it's important for me to tell you up front that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the hosts of this podcast alone and do not represent the official doctrine and viewpoint of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. With that in mind, let's jump right in with today's episode. The chapters for this week center on numerous accounts of people being healed from all manners of sickness and afflictions. Two things are present in every one of these miracles: faith and the power of Jesus Christ. The Bible dictionary states that faith is a principle of action and power. It is also the first principle of the gospel. I love the faith exhibited by the centurion in Matthew chapter 8, verses 5 through 13. Listen to this account. And when Jesus was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Lord, my servant lieth at home, sick of the palsy, grievously tormented. And Jesus said unto him, I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, Lord, I am not worthy that thou shouldst come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. For I am a man under authority, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, Go, and he goeth, and to another, Come, and he cometh, and to my servant, Do this, and he doeth it. When Jesus heard it, he marveled, and said to them that followed, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And Jesus said unto the centurion, Go thy way, and as thou hast believed, so be it done unto thee. And his servant was healed in the self-same hour. The centurion's faith was such that he knew that the Savior could heal his servant simply by speaking the word. Elder Bruce R. McConkie put it this way in his Doctrinal New Testament Commentary, Volume 1, page 258. Quote, The centurion's reasoning, profound in logic, perfect in showing forth faith, was to this effect. If I, a mere officer in the Roman army, must obey my superiors, and also have power myself to send others forth at my command, then surely the Lord of all needs but speak, and his will shall be done. The Savior commended the centurion's faith by saying, Verily I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. So my question is, why was the Savior impressed with the centurion's faith? And another question for you to ponder and to ask today: what can I do to develop faith in Jesus Christ like the centurion had? I encourage you today to pick one of the Savior's miracles from Matthew's chapters 8 and 9. Tell a friend or family member the story of that miracle, and share with them what it teaches you about faith. Just like Christ could heal the centurion's servant without being physically present, he can heal us physically and spiritually today. I'll conclude with this from this week's Come Follow Me lesson. When you read about a blind person or a leper being healed, you might think of the healing, both spiritual and physical, that you can receive from the Savior and hear him say to you, Thy faith hath made thee whole. Thank you for listening to the Everyday Conversion Podcast. For transcripts and other bonus materials, as well as past episodes, be sure to visit everydayconversion.com. And if you haven't yet, be sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or your favorite podcast listening platform. This episode was a production of the Everyday Conversion Podcast, and while we are faithful members of the church, the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are those of the hosts of this podcast alone and do not represent the official doctrine and viewpoint of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. For official doctrine and viewpoints of the church, please visit lds.org